you're anything like me, you find yourself in a pit where you're bored of video games. And you go to YouTube, you search, I'm bored of video games. And all of those people say to you, just take a break. Stop playing video games for a while. Or maybe you've grown out of video games. Or whatever other bullshit, on the French, that they want to feed you. The truth is, video games aren't a job. You don't need to take a break from video games. You don't need to take a mental fucking debrief, a mental cleanse from video games. You just need to stray away from the norm. Stop playing Call of Duty. Stop playing the new GTA that you've played for 10 years. Stop playing Fortnite, Rocket League. The games that everyone has drilled into your mind you must be playing. Start playing games that you scroll past on Steam or on Xbox or on PlayStation. You scroll past and you think about it, but you don't play it. Go back and play that game. I promise you, you will not regret it. I've had in my Steam library for about 4 or 5 years Killing Floor 2. Never thought about playing it. I've always loved COD Zombies. And I've just thought, well, I'm not going to play this game. It's not going to hold up to COD Zombies, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be anywhere near as good. And with the state of COD Zombies lately, and with the state of modern gaming lately, and how bored I've become of so many games, I just thought, you know, I'll give it a go. And was it the best decision I've ever made in regards of gaming? Turns out that the game I've been looking at in my Steam library and debating playing for the last 5 years is now probably one of my favourite games of all time. Not even as like a gimmick. It's a video game. It's not a fucking NFT in disguise. It's not a gambling site in disguise. It's an actual, fully fledged video game that's not preying on your bank account. And here's the thing. I'm not against games having microtransactions. I'm not against games having battle passes. I think when done right, you know, they can be good for you. They can be good for games in general. Like, for example, Killing Floor 2 doesn't have a battle pass, but I think it should. I think it should have a battle pass if they can do it right, because it gives people a reason to play. So me personally, I've been playing this game now for about 40 hours, and I play as Commando 9 times out of 10. So the game has like a list of classes. Like, the classes have like unique perks, strengths, modifiers, all that sort of stuff. I'll play as Commando. And I've got almost to max prestige. I need like 20 more levels at the time of filming this video. And I love it. I'm not bored yet. When I'm at work, I find myself like thinking, oh, I can't wait to go home and play some Killing Floor. Sometimes even in the morning, I wake up at 3 AM. I've got a bit of work by 4. Even then, sometimes I wake up for like a while, I'll have my cup of coffee and play a game of Killing Floor. Do you know how long it's been since I've had a game that I've been playing and I'm like, fuck me, this is a good game? Almost never happens. And I finally found the game that I'm genuinely, properly loving. I just thought I'd make this video because I know I'm not the only one that was stuck in that pit. The pit of game developers don't release good games anymore. Where are the good old days of these games? You know, that sort of stuff. The truth is, good games are still being made. just not by behemoth studios. They're being made by, you know, indie developers or higher end indie developers, or they're just not released as a AAA game. Authentic games that you miss are still being made. Real gaming is in indie developers now. Real gaming's not in the £80 games that get released every year. Real gaming's not Call of Duty anymore. It's not, you know, FIFA. It's whatever brings you back because you love it, not because it's brainwashed you. So many, and I mean almost all game developers, develop their games and engineer them in such a way that it does something to your brain that keeps bringing you back, that forces you to come back. And it's kind of predatory. So like, for example, I can't remember what it's called. I'm not going to quote it because I don't want to get it wrong, but I'll try and put something on screen if I can find it. Call of Duty, for the last like 5 years, 6 years, for the last like 3 or 4 game releases, have got this thing where they trick you into coming back. SBMM, EOMM, whatever you want to call it, it's designed in such a way that it keeps you leaving wanting more. My problem is, it's predatory. You don't want to come back because you like the game. You want to come back because you feel obliged. You feel like you've got to. And one of the biggest reasons for that is the EOMM. I can't remember what that stands for, but it basically goes along the lines of, if you buy something from their in-game store, that's expensive by the way, it's like $20. If you buy something from their in-game store, they deny it, but they do make your experience slightly better for the short foreseeable future. And then when your experience gets a bit naff, you get bored of the skin and whatever else, you buy another one. And because you keep spending money, all of a sudden you're £300 into the game, £400 into the game, and you've got no other choice but to keep playing it because otherwise it feels like it's a waste of money. That's predatory. In a way, I know I said earlier that I like the Battle Pass system when it's done correctly, but in a way, the Battle Pass does the same thing. I was talking to my good friend Luke the other day. When you buy the Battle Pass on any game, you're subconsciously in your head thinking, oh, what a waste of money. Like, I'm going to have to keep paying until I complete the Battle Pass. I'm going to have to complete the Battle Pass to get my money's worth. So it forces you to keep coming back. That's when it's done wrong. When it's done right is when, if you're someone like me who likes getting extra out of the game, who likes the collectible mindset of games, I'll be honest, I was about £1,000, £2,000 deep into Fortnite skins and Battle Passes because I've got like a collector's personality. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to have a collector's personality. And that's why I don't think it's bad to have a Battle Pass, because if you're one of them players that likes to support the devs, that wants extra value for your money, and they provide quality content for the Battle Pass, and you actually just enjoy the game in general, that's why I think it's okay, if done correctly, to have Battle Passes in games. But in a lot of games, like Call of Duty, it's predatory. It's, how can I get more money out of this player and keep this player coming back to spend more money on this game? They released the Black Sail bundle. I think it was in Modern Warfare 2. And it was basically, so you buy the Battle Pass and you get one tier of reward. You buy the Black Sail Battle Pass on top. So you buy the Black Sail bundle on top of the Battle Pass. You get another tier of reward. It's predatory. It's not for the player. It's to make money. It's reskinning shit that already exists to make more money from you as a player. I get it. Gaming's a business. But back in the day, so many game developers used to release high quality, completed, fully polished games on a disc with no downloads, no patch fixes, and you got what you basically get what you get. Like you know what you're getting. Now you've got AAA games releasing like 60% into development, and most of them get away with it by still calling the game a beta 3 years after launch. There's a reason you're not enjoying games anymore. You're playing the wrong games. It's a push even calling them games. They're gambling sites in disguise. They're NFTs in disguise. I highly advise you to go through your Steam wishlist, to go through your Steam library, go and have a look on your PlayStation Store, get Game Pass, and just play the obscure games that you'd never played before. I'll give you a list of a few that I've played and I've really enjoyed. There's a game that's free called 3-on-3 Freestyle. It's on all platforms. It's free. Yes, if you pay money you can get cosmetics, but it's pretty much only cosmetics. Fantastic game. I've got hundreds of hours into it. And I'm not really even someone that enjoys basketball. It's just a good, high quality game. Another game that I love, truly, genuinely enjoyed, was Warframe. Another free-to-play game. They do have like somewhat predatory monetization, but I don't think it's done in the way where how can we get all of the money like out of you. I think it's the fact that the game has something called whales. Like it's to be honest, it's kind of like me. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not against microtransactions. It's where you basically just pay loads of money and get loads of stuff in return, like prime frames and all that sort of stuff, and special guns and all that sort of stuff. Stuff that you don't need, but it's just nice to have. And in the PvE game, I don't see an issue with that. If a game's PvE, I don't see an issue with it. You're not getting no like competitive advantage. But yeah, another game, Deep Rock Galactic, I think it's called. Another PvE game, fantastic. All of which are games that I would never usually play. So I'm a COD player that used to play comp COD. Right, I used to play competitive COD all the way back to like Black Ops 2 game battles days, and I've got earnings in COD. I also played Fortnite on like a semi-professional amateur level. Right, I don't know what the right term would be. Basically, I've done Ash Cups, and I placed highly in quite a lot of them, and I did quite a few tournaments and stuff like that. I'm pretty good at Fortnite, but I've stopped playing it because I've realised that I'm not playing it for the love of the game. I'm not playing it because the game's fun. I'm playing it because I've already sunk so much time and money into it. I feel like in my brain it's a waste of time and a waste of money to stop playing it. But I've gone away from that mindset. This game, even watching this footage in the background of editing this video, is making me want to go back and play the game. Not in a predatory way. It's because the game is fucking amazing, and I genuinely believe that people need to stray away from the mainstream. Stop saying, "Oh, I've fallen out of love with games," and just play games that you would never ever usually play. Play games that you always go past. Like, that's not my type of game. It's not in my genre. Oh, don't look anything like COD, so I'm not going to play it. Fuck it. Another game, Iron Sight on PC. It's a. You can only play it on keyboard and mouse. You can't play it on controller. I'm a controller player. That game is so good. It's forcing me to learn keyboard and mouse. It's so good. Seriously, this is what I mean. Step out of your comfort zone. You're not bored of games. You're not falling out of love with games. You're just bored of the same shit. If you're someone who plays COD all the time, download Deep Rock Galactic. Download Dungeon Defenders. That's another game that's probably one of my favourite games of all time. Download Warframe. Download any game that's on your library that you would never usually touch or play, and just give it a go. Make use of your Game Pass. If you've got Xbox Game Pass and you've never played Sunset Overdrive, download Sunset Overdrive and try it. I promise you'll love it. You're not bored of games. You're bored of repetition. You're bored of the same shit over and over and over again. Try something new. You'll surprise yourself. Play a horror game. You'll surprise yourself. The games that you're playing don't even need to be multiplayer. A lot of my friends say, oh, I hate story games. They don't like story games. Story games are boring. Every one of them have played High on Low. Another fantastic game, by the way. They've played High on Low, said, oh my god, this is the best game I've ever played. Step out of your comfort zone and try something new. You're not bored of games, you're bored of repetition. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I've went on a long 15-minute rant. Try something new. I promise you'll enjoy it. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, subscribe. There's going to be more content coming soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.